Hello everyone, I'm Ginger Gaming and today we are gonna be an attorney. Yes. We're gonna set people free who are innocent and we're gonna imprison people who are bad and did something wrong. So I'd say let's just jump straight into the game. I mean, nothing more can be said, we're being an attorney. January 1st, 1848. Ooh. The Chateau Grenwee of Baron Rogli, or something like that. Oh no. Is that Monsieur Grenwee? Oh mon Dieu! Dame Catherine, what have you done? There we go, my mouse is fixed. Act 1, a cat with claws. Ooh. Is that a bird wearing a suit? Sparrow son, it's midday already. Where on earth is that feathered head? It's another bird. Well, look who finally decided to get up. Haven't you heard what they say about the early bird, Falcon? Ah, too early for worms. Best a Cabernet Sauvignon. My god, already on the wine. There will be time for that later. We've got some business to handle first. Business? A letter arrived while you were sleeping. I haven't opened it yet. Ooh. It's probably just more junk mail. Go ahead, Sparrow. You may have the honors. Alright. Dear Monsieur Falcon, I am writing to you today because my daughter, Dame Catherine, has been arrested for a crime she did not commit. She's being held at La Conciergerie prison under charge of murder, no less. Her trial is in 3 days' time. I would be greatly in your debt if you would offer her your legal aid. Yours sincerely, Seigneur Bertois Demio de Demio Estate. Demio, something like that. Well, this is quite something. I know, the first serious client in months. Not just that. The Demio estate is well known for its exuberant wealth. Even if we cannot do much for Dame Catherine, his lordship would still reward us handsomely for our efforts. Wow, so I suppose you intend on defending Dame Catherine in court? Nope. Of course, it would be foolish to let such a good opportunity slip through our feathers. Grab your coat, Sparrowson. We're going to find our kitty client at La Conciergerie. Excellent. My derriere was getting tired from all this sitting around. You're a bird. You don't really sit on your derriere. Falcon and Sparrowson stepped into the stone-cold foyer of Conciergerie prison. Sullen-faced guards and visitors linger beneath the medieval archways. Ah, the Conciergerie. They say this is the finest prison in the whole of France. Over in France. The outer walls are impenetrable. The cells are spotless. The guards are well-mannered. What you want? Good day, monsieur. I'm here to see Dame Catherine Demio. I am due to represent her in court. Oh, you're her lawyer, huh? Fine. Follow me. Well, what are you waiting for? Keep up. Yeah, why aren't we moving? Come on. I hate when my mouse just randomly turns into something else. My papa hasn't forgotten about me, has he? Surprise! It is I, Falcon! Dame Catherine Demio, I presume. You've arrived, the fantastic lawyer, Monsieur Falcon, and his petit assistant, Sparrowson. My lady is knowledgeable. Don't talk like that, Sparrowson. Sorry. My papa told me that he would only hire the best lawyers in town. I'm flattered. But they weren't available at such short notice, so he hired the first people in the address directory. Oof. You see, Falcon? I told you listing under Aviary Attorney would pay off. I mean, I guess. Let's get down to business. Dame Catherine, would you fill us in on some details? Your father's letter was a little brief. I can do my best. What is it you want to know? What exactly happened on the night of the murder? Ooh, let me think. It was Friday evening. Okay. Me and my papa had arrived at Chateau Grenwee, the home of great Baron Grenwee. My papa spent all evening talking to Monsieur Grenwee and the Baron about business stuff. Business stuff? Well, the three of them own a railway company together. So all through dinner, they were talking about company shares and investments, but I didn't really understand most of it. But after dinner, this man with a camera took our photograph. That was a lot more fun. Sorry, man with a what? Took your what? A camera. It's a very new gadget. A tiny bug sits inside a box with a tiny paintbrush and paints your picture very fast. That's how cameras work. In 10 minutes, poof, you have a perfect picture. Wow, technology is amazing. I don't think the lady explanation is right, Sparrowson. Pshaw, let me believe. Still, the camera sounds like a special device. I'll make note of it. Ooh. Okay. Maybe he knows more, the photographer. Oh, whoops. Please continue, Dame Catherine. So after we had the photograph, I went into the gardens to get some air, and that's when I found the body of Monsieur Grenwee. He was all ripped open. A housemaid saw me standing over the froggy Monsieur and called for help. And then the police arrived. Before I could say anything, I ended up in here. It was such a blur. It must have been very terrifying. It wasn't so bad. My papa taught me how to be a brave cat. Was there something else you wanted to ask, Monsieur Falcon? Dame Catherine, who attended the banquet that evening? Well, there was me and my papa. My dearest mama couldn't make it. And there was Baron Grenwee, who hosted the dinner, and his housemate, Colleen, I think she was called. Of course, there was Monsieur Grenwee. Well, until he died. And then there was Monsieur Robito de Rubino, the man with the camera, but he was only there for a little while. I think that was all. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Did you see anything suspicious that evening? Suspicious? Like maybe a guy lurking in the shadows or a bloody murder weapon? Monsieur Falcon, I do believe you are looking for an easy answer. You got me. I did not see anything, I'm afraid. The evening was very normal, the food was delicious, the conversation was boring. It was all very ordinary until the incident. I see. Wait, Falcon, you missed something of huge importance. I did. Dame Catherine, you said the food was delicious. But you didn't say what food it was. You and your damn stomach. I mean, I can get what he means, but no, not really. Let me see. We had a poached red herring to start, garnished with garlic butter. Go on. The marbled steak, served perfectly bloody rare. Glorious. Falcon, write this down. What? This can't possibly be relevant to the case. It might be, actually. It might actually be. Write it all down, please, for me. Fine. Sparrowson, remind me not to let you talk to clients on an empty stomach. Come to think of it, I did find it a little strange that we weren't given any cutlery. No cutlery, even for the steak? Nope. You would think that the great Baron of Chateau Grenwee would have a gorgeous silverware, but there was none to be seen. That's a little peculiar. How interesting. Was there anything else you wanted to know, Monsieur Falcon? No, I think that would be all. So what's the plan now, Falcon? The way I see it, we have two tasks. We should head to Chateau Grenwee and try to see the scene of the murder of ourselves. And we should track try to track down the supposed photographer, Monsieur Robito de Robino. 2 days for 2 tasks? Seems doable. But we should head back and get some rest first. We have a lot of work ahead of us. Wait, Monsieur Falcon, before you go. You do believe my story, don't you? I believe in justice. Dame Catherine, I believe that a fair trial can draw the truth from any situation. I believe in justice. That's good to hear. You're not wrong, Falcon, but that's not what the lady needed to hear. You might want to work on being less of a, how to put it, feel de pied? If serving justice makes me feel de pied, then I'll wear the title proudly. I mean, I'm more for justice than I am for just simply saying, like, she's innocent no matter what. I'm sure she's innocent. Just she's innocent. Dame Catherine, Monsieur Grenwee, Baron Rogret. These names are all getting a bit confusing, are they? Not particularly. Well, it is for me. I'm going to start compiling a Facebook so that I can keep track of who everyone is. A what? A Facebook. It's a collection of people's names, pictures and descriptions in a one easy to carry catalog. I think I understand. The name could use a little work though. Yeah. How about Bookface? Or Fakibook? No. Yes. Poursoir Demio. Quark. Yep. And the rest is still history. Nice. Cool. You can access a list of people you have met at any time by clicking the book symbol. Let's make a move. Cool. Okay, so it's Tuesday. Yeah, let's head to the photographer first, because I think he has quite some important information we need. So this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock? Wait, there's a note on the door. Ahem. The magnificent and marvelous artist Monsieur Robito de Rubino is currently out on an artistic expedition. He shall return when his muse sees fit. When his muse sees fit? What does that mean? I think it means that he's a pretentious bird brain, but in any case, the artist seems to be out. What shall we do now? We should knock anyway. I think we should knock anyway. Alright, I don't see the harm. Nope, it doesn't look like he's in, Falcon. We should break in. What? Are you serious? Maybe? Monsieur J.J. Falcon, I would have thought that a man of justice like yourself would be against such reckless displays of unlawful barbarism. You're right, I'm sorry, I don't know what came over. It's a brilliant suggestion. Stand back, I'm barking down the door. Okay. Oh, whoops, my headphones slipped out. Wait, just like that? Shouldn't we discuss this first? Oh. Feck. What in the bird Jesus' name was that? You said you wanted to break in. I thought we could find an open window. I didn't think you would turn into a bird-sized cannonball. Well, now we're here, we ought to make the most of it. This place is quite something. It's very swanky? I was gonna say ostentatious. That's just swanky talk for swanky. We don't have time for this. The sound of a door being smashed in could be drawing unwanted attention. We should find anything that may help our case and get that. Hey, Falcon, look. What? It's just an aisle. No, look what's on the... It's an easel. Look what's on the easel. Oh wow, this must be the copy of the photograph from the evening of the murder. There's no question about it. I see the housemaid, Dame Catherine, and I see Signor Proctor, Catherine's father. So what shall we do? Do we just take this? We should leave it. No, that would be a big mistake. Every half-competent lawyer knows that stolen property can't be used as evidence. Still, we've learned some valuable information by seeing this photograph in person. I suppose so. Is there anything else we need to do here? No, I don't think so. Oh, the chandelier. Oh, I don't have the money for this. Okay. No, I believe we've touched everything. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we can't do anything more. I think we're done snooping. Let's get out of here before we draw further attention to ourselves. Sounds good to me. Uh-oh. Oh, mon Dieu, what happened to my door? Lie. Some kids did it. Little weasel types. We saw them. Yeah, weasels. They were like, let's break into this art guy's house. And we were like, no, weasels, you cannot do that because that would be illegal. And then they were like, we chased them off. That's the important thing. Well, thank you, I suppose. Let's make a move. Trial day is approaching fast. Right, let's go. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the pristine paneled foyer of Chateau Grenwee. Whoa, look at this place. Baron Rogri must be loaded. More than loaded. When it comes to lucrative investments, the Baron is a legend. Factories, chocolate shops, hotels, railroads. The Baron owes a little bit of everything. This side of the sign. Is he here right now? Yes. He's a smug-looking chap with the impressive mane. But we must approach a man of his stature with tact and finesse. Hey, Baron, we'd like a word! How's that? Sparrowson, you have the finesse of an inebriated warthog. You can thank me later. I think I got his attention. Did I hear my name? Great Baron Rogri, property owner extraordinaire at your service. And who might you fellows be? More investigators? No, we're attorneys. Not quite. I'm private attorney J.J. Falcon, and this is my associate, Sparrowson. Lawyers, eh? You know you aren't the first to have passed through here today. Oh? Yes. This jumpy, twitchy fellow came by this morning. Jumpy, twitchy fellow? Asked a bunch of questions, then hopped away before he heard the answers. Most curious. Do you know who he was, Sparrowson? Perhaps I have a hunch. A hunch. We'll be seeing him at the trial. A friend of yours? Something like that. So, what may I do for you, messieurs? We're doing some research on Monsieur Grenwee, the frog who was killed here on Friday evening. Of course, such a tragedy. He was a good friend and a loyal business partner. I suppose you, messieurs, will be wanting to see the crime scene for yourself? Actually, yes, that would be fantastic. Well, be my guest. You will find the garden where the murder occurred through the back doors. You may also be interested in the lounge on the second floor, third door to the right. That would be where we gathered for a group photograph prior to the unfortunate incident. Oh, can we see this finished photograph? I'm afraid not. It is to my understanding that the photograph must be developed before it can be viewed. It's a slow process. My own copy of the photograph is delivered in 3 days' time. That's not good to us. The trial may be over by then. Nonetheless, we appreciate your hospitality. Thank you, Baron. It's no trouble at all. I'll be here to see you out when you're done with your investigations. So where shall we go first? Second floor, third one to the right. This must be the room where the photograph was taken. Psst! Hey Falcon, did you see that? See what? The housemaid totally just did something shifty. Shifty? I think she just pocketed something from the drawer. You should totally call her out on that. Excuse me, mademoiselle? Ah. Yes, are you two policemen? No, we're private attorneys. My name's J.J. Falcon, and I'm Sparrowson. Oh, how rude of me. My name is Colleen Duhot. So what can I help you, messieurs, with today? We're investigating the murder that took place last week. Do you mind if we ask a couple of questions? That's fine. Let me just grab a chair. That's better. What is it you wanted to ask? We're looking for the room where the photograph was taken prior to the incident. Would you happen to know whether this is the room? Oh yes, this is the right place. I saw the photography session for myself. Damn. Let's see. The cameraman was standing just about where you're standing, actually, Monsieur Falcon. And where was the camera pointed? Right at the clock above the mantelpiece. The Baron insisted on using that very location. Now that I'm looking at it, something isn't right about the clock. I know, the painting on it totally clashed with the decor. I was thinking about along more obvious lines. The clock has no hands. Oh, the clock has never had hands in all the years I've worked here. I think Baron Roguery just keeps it around as a conversation piece. Well, we're conversing about it, so I guess it's working. Could it be that the photograph that was originally taken does have hands on the clock, and prove to it that the maid would be the one who killed everyone? It's a peculiar detail though. I'll make note of it. Missing clock hands have been added to your evidence folder. Is there something else you wanted to ask? Is there something we should know? You were a little nervous when we came in. I thought you thought we were police officers. Is there something we ought to know? Anything you need to confess? No. I suppose I'm just a little nervous after all the drama last week. Pressure her. Are you sure there isn't anything you're hiding? It's okay to tell us, we are defense attorneys. That means we help people get away with criminal acts. Right, and... wait, what? No, that's not an accurate job description, Sparrowson. It isn't? Oh, what do we do then? I'll tell you later. Honestly, monsieur, I have nothing to hide. Was there something else you wanted to ask? That's all. No further questions, thank you, mademoiselle. You've been a huge help. It's no problem, messieurs. Actually, there is something. I know you two saw me stealing as you came in. I appreciate that you didn't give me a third degree about it. You see, I'm trying to save up to follow my dreams and... well, never mind, I'm rambling. It's no problem, mademoiselle. To be honest, we have a much larger crime to worry about. Although, I should probably ask, I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else, silverware perhaps? Ah, you know about that. Yeah, I suppose that was me. It started with a couple of teaspoons. I didn't think the Baron would miss those. But, well, yeah, I suppose the habit got a little away from me. That's one mystery solved at least. Missing silverware has been added to your evidence folder. I would appreciate it if you didn't tell the Baron. He's been really kind and I would hate to break his trust. I see. So, where to next, Big Bird? Dame Catherine said that she found Monsieur Grenwee on the stairs by the fountain, so this must be the very spot where the murder took place. Hey Falcon, do the crime scenes investigation thing? The crime scenes investigation thing? Yeah, you know, that thing where you get all eagle-eyed and analyze every object in excruciating details. You mean search for evidence? Yeah, do that. That's not a bad suggestion. It would be the first time the Parisian police have missed something right under their noses. This fountain is finely crafted. It's solid, carved marble that can't have been cheap. I see nothing but water in the bottom of the lower basin. It's a shame we can't see inside the upper basin from here. That would be a perfect place to stash a murder weapon. That's actually not a terrible line of reasoning. We ought to wade in to take a closer look just to be sure. Yeah, I suppose we should. Oh, I apologize, I wasn't being direct enough. What I meant to say was, Sparrowson, go wade into the fountain and take a closer look inside the upper basin. Me? No way! If you wanted to go waddling, do it yourself. I'm a respectable lawyer. You can't expect me to roll up my trousers and paddle around in a fountain like a duck in a lake. Yeah, well, you don't pay me enough to justify getting my sweet threads wet. Look, there's only one reasonable way to settle this. We'll flip for it. Flip for it? Yep. I'll flip this 1 franc coin, and you call the outcome. Get it wrong, and you go for a swim. So what will it be? Heads or tails? Napoleon face or plant squiggles? Tails. Plant squiggles? It's called a reef. A ref. Sparrowson. Sure, I'll bet on the plant squiggles. Here I go. It's heads. Should have gone with the old Emperor Falcon. Gah, fine. Hold my shoes. Falcon really should learn how to spot a rigged coin flip. I almost feel bad for cheating. Almost. Ah, you're back. Had a good swim? No, I'm a bird, not a fish. I did find a mystery item in the upper basin. It's not a murder weapon though. What is it? It's brown and sticky and smells weird. Don't tell me you picked up a very wet cigar, but personally, possibly belonging to Baron Rogri. Correct. But that shouldn't be too surprising. It's his house after all. I'll stash it in the evidence folder just in case. Cigar butt has been added to your evidence folder. Is there anything else we need to do here? I think we're done here. Good call, but are you sure you don't want to take another dip? We still have time. Don't push your luck. Let's head to the main hall. Did you, messieurs, have a good look around? I trust everything was in order? We had a good look, thank you, Baron. But we actually have some questions for you. Please, ask away. I have nothing to hide. About your housemaid. We met your housemaid, Colleen Doe. She's a courteous young lady, isn't she? Yeah, she was quite helpful. Yeah, she was more than willing to help us with the investigation. I'm glad to hear. Did you want to ask something else? Baron Rigri, I would like to ask about your activities on the night of the murder. Oh, am I in trouble? Not at all. No, nothing like that. We are just gathering the full picture. I see. Well, let me think. The guests arrived at 5 o'clock and we all sat down for dinner in this Aviary hall at 6. That part went magnificently. The photographer arrived at 7 o'clock. It wasn't until 7:30 that we had our picture taken. Good to know, 7:30. My housemaid discovered the crime scene soon after that. I see. Is there something else I can help you, messieurs, with? We'll be leaving. I think that will be all. Thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure. Have a delightful day, messieurs. Did you get all the information you need, Falcon? I hope so. Don't worry. If everything goes wrong in the trial, we could always just wing it.